how you deal with the fact that you're not exactly what your parents expected you to be, and how at what point you decide to be yourself and
Mm,
grab the end of your parents and okay, this is me, come see. And so that I love to.
yeah. And it's funny you say that and you talk about that because I think when I was writing the script and even when I met Erica Effel, who's the person who inspired the story, the way that I personally connected to her was that capacity to um, like to be okay with who she was and to kind of say it out to people. This is who I am, and just take it or leave it. So I think that's a lot of what I tried to put in the script as well. It was, that search of identity and just like, when I first wrote the script, it was about 8 years ago. So that was a long time ago. It was a difficult story to kind of bring to you and bring to the screen because of the subject matter. But obviously I was younger, very early 20s. And at the time I was also looking for, who I was, young adult, you search for your identity and sexuality. And I think I put a lot of that in the character, of that shy character trying to kind of come out of her shell and show to the world who she is. And I think for me, making that specific movie was kind of a way to say to the world, this is me. And you might think, because of the way I talk or the way I look or the way I dress, that I'm one person. But really, the way of expressing myself, as an artist, is through the script, through the story, and specifically through the characters. So I think that, very glad that you saw that in the character, because that's really something that I was trying to kind of push forward, and hopefully that, you can take a little bit of that with you guys at the end of the film. Um, do I have plans to make more movies like Jumbo? Um, I have plans to make more movies, hopefully, trying to make them. I have, it depends. I try to not be like, oh, I need now to do movies like Jumbo. What I know I want to do are movies that are really heartfelt, movies that are universal in their emotions. And definitely, I like the awkwardness of some subject matters. And I like to talk about outcast generally. I think I felt, as an outcast kind of all my life, growing up as a foreigner in every country I was, and in a way it kind of shows in every story I sort of tackle. And I like just weird stories as well. So it can be all of that together. It can be one of those elements, but I definitely want to keep making movies with at least one of those things in that, if not everything together. But it kind of depends on the story, you know. Um, anyway, est-ce qu'on va faire des tours en avant-première? Yes. On va faire d'autres tours en avant-première, tout ce qu'on n'a pas pu faire en fait avant la sortie du film. I'm speaking French because this is for the French release. Tout ce qu'on n'a pas pu faire avant, en fait, tout s'est arrêté du jour au lendemain. Donc, je pense qu'on va essayer de reprendre un peu tout ce qu'on avait de prévu en termes de promo dès que le film ressort. Après, ça va être compliqué parce que, comme vous savez, vu qu'il y a énormément de films qui vont sortir en même temps, il va falloir qu'on se démarque. Et c'est pas facile de se démarquer quand on est face à des énormes gros blockbusters américains. Donc, on a vraiment besoin de vous pour que non seulement vous en parliez autour de vous, que vous veniez voir le film, venez le voir avec des amis. Et voilà. Ouais, Bordeaux. On adorerait. Bordeaux, c'est pas une ville facile de faire venir des films indépendants comme ça, en fait. Mais on adorerait, bien sûr, venir vous le montrer à Bordeaux. On va essayer, en tout cas. Voilà. Mais donc voilà. Noémie, est-ce que tu veux
J'ai
dire
205 rouleaux de papier toilette pour le chien. Ok.
est-ce que tu as fait ta réserve, toi, de PQ? Est-ce que tu es bien
Oui.
Ah oui, bah oui, l'avant-première au Hall a été annulée malheureusement, mais l'avant-première au Hall, je pense que enfin, on va vraiment tout faire pour la refaire. Donc, gardez les yeux ouverts pour l'avant-première au Hall. And then I'm
À
gonna...
Nantes, ça serait bien, c'est ma ville en plus.
Ah ben voilà, la ville de Noémie. Euh, c'est quoi ta musique qui te berce pendant ton confinement? What's your music during your quarantine? What are you listening to?
Qui? Toi?
Toi?
Moi? Ah, j'arrive. J'arrive pas à écouter de musique.
Ah, c'est vrai? Tu
en ce
restes dans
moment.
le silence?
Ouais.
Ah ouais. Non, moi je mets de la musique tout le temps. Mais bon, enfin tout le temps, j'écoute plein de trucs différents, mais évidemment j'ai beaucoup écouté Manu Dibango qui nous a quittés malheureusement à cause du Covid-19 et moi c'est un artiste qui a bercé mon enfance. Après j'aime bien le dernier justement, j'aime beaucoup le dernier album de Christine and the Queens qui vient de sortir, j'aime bien. Voilà, donc elle fait des lives aussi sur Instagram, donc je suis aussi ça. De temps en temps, je vais la voir. Voilà. And someone asked me if I thought that Jumbo was a political film, un film engagé. I don't know how you say that, that has a statement. I definitely think it is a film that is engagé. It's not politically making a statement, but it's more a social statement about the way that we interact with each other and the way we talk to each other, the way we look at each other, the tolerance we have for each other. And I think specifically now, because of everything that's happening in the world, we need to have so much solidarity, and that solidarity is about it's whether it's solidarity with people that look like you and not the same as you, or people that are very different from you. Just giving that helping hand. So I think it's a movie that encourages that and that kind of love, and it might feel cheesy a little bit, but in a way it's so important specifically now. So hopefully people that go and watch this movie are entertained, but also come out with thoughts and discussions and debate, things to talk about after the film.
Des films qu'on a conseillés en confinement.
Vas-y, commence.
Moi j'ai re-regardé Fenêtre sur cour. Comment tu le dis en anglais, c'est quoi?
Hitchcock's film, Through Window. How do you say? What's the title in English? I don't know. People peeping, like looking at each other. No, but
Le
can
tien, il dure
anybody in the
20 heures,
comments
c'est
give
ce
us
qu'il a
the
écrit.
answer? That's a good question. Noémie, what is your favorite? Unless it spoils the movie, but what's your favorite scene in the film?
The favorite scene in the film or shot in the film?
It's Rear Window. Sorry, that's the previous question, like Hitchcock. Sorry, we're delayed a little bit. But Rear Window, yeah. And yes, your favorite scene in the film.
Huh. Mais à tourner ou à regarder, c'est pas pareil.
Well, maybe tell us both. Your favorite scene to watch or your favorite scene to shoot? You can tell us both.
I love... Ouais, mais je vais spoiler.
Okay. Don't spoil then. What were you...
I love the end, but I will not say what it is.
Okay.
But I love... I love to shoot the end, and I love to watch the end.
Oh,
The last scene, I love.
Cool.
So I will not say what it is.
Yeah. So someone asked, what was the most challenging thing about writing the script? Most challenging thing about the script was finding the right tone, because this is a very difficult subject for people to understand. So I wanted people to have empathy. I wanted to allow people to laugh with the film as well, and then I wanted people to potentially cry if they were touched by the film. 1 second. She was trying to hide. I'm like, I'm gonna put her on the spot. So finding the right tone, and then it has to be fantastical, but also grounded, because this is inspired by a true story. So it's a lot of mix of genres, and that specific tone that hopefully is unique to the film was what was the hardest, and making sure that I could sell the idea to people and to actors already on the script, even though they hadn't seen the way that it was going to come out and look, that they would trust me from what I would tell them, but also from just reading the script, that it was detailed enough that they could just have faith in the story, the script, that it would be and work out well, So, Sarah, go Sarah. How long have you had Gino, Noémie?
He is 7 months. I had him at 2.5 months.
But he's already really big, the dog, right?
Yeah, but it's just 7 months. It's
Yeah,
not.
c'est fou. It's gonna get so much bigger. Gino a beaucoup de succès, ouais, effectivement, ouais.
Oui, il y a peut-être une petite réponse à. Ah, et il ouvre les yeux.
Gino, tu veux lécher la caméra?
Je sais pas si vous avez. I don't know if you notice it, but he exactly has the face of the emoticon. You say emoticon?
Yeah, emoticon, yeah.
Of the dog on iPhone. The
Oh, yeah.
sides here in the white and the brown.
Yes, indeed. Do we want to work together again? Noémie, do you want to work with me again,
I
please?
don't know.
You don't know?
Yes,
Oh my God.
of course.
Yeah, you know, Noémie is a very complicated actress, so I would have to think about it again, but no, I'm kidding. No. Noémie's very easy on set. Obviously, you've all seen it. She's a great actress. She can do anything. She can be a very, controlled character. She can be a very extreme character. She can, be crazy. She can be super smart. So yeah, she's for sure. I would work with her again. I'm actually, when I'm writing my new scripts, I'm thinking, oh, could Noémie do this? Let's see. So yeah, hopefully we work together again. We have to find the right project, but hopefully we do work again together. So, and thank God at the end, even though this was a really hard shoot, Noémie, because we were very ambitious with the story. But even though it was a hard shoot, the actors and myself, Bastien Bouillon, the other actress, I want to give him a shout out because he's an amazing actor. Emmanuel Berco, maybe she's watching us, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen her here.
J'ai vu une question. I saw a question about Emmanuel, that how it was like it was to work with her and how is she when she is acting. Actually, it was so much fun with Emmanuel, but like she is a really, really generous actress and really funny also. So it's and she's not scared. She like to go. She doesn't have she it's not that she doesn't have limits, but she likes. We're kind of the same, just
Yeah.
to propose, and it was a good triangle between Zoe, Emmanuel, and I, and even if she is a director, I think for you it was cool because she was not telling you anything except if you were asking something.
Yeah, I think, the thing with you guys as two actresses, you guys are so physical and you're not afraid of touching each other, falling on the floor, or hugging each other, being very close. There's something very physical, and that's really something that I needed for the characters. So when we did castings, there was obviously one casting which was about making sure that Noémie and Emmanuel would fit and have some kind of connection. And from the very first time we tried that, it was obvious that there was a real connection. And I think, we're all kind of friends now after the film as well, staying in touch. So yeah, no, it was really cool. I see the time and I see that we are, extending. So I don't know, maybe we can take maybe one or two last questions, and then we're gonna have to leave you guys because I had no connection at the start. I had to go to my living room, and my whole family has had to rush out of the room. So I think they're all having like a beer or something in a bedroom. So I'm gonna have to release this room. Any deal with US distributors? Yes, soon it will be coming out to the US, don't worry. So do we have one more question? C'est une bonne question, ça. It's a good question. Noémie, was there a lot of improvisation on the film? How did you feel that?
Not that much, actually. I mean, oh là là, il y a beaucoup de vent. There was improvisation, but they were cadrés, comment tu dis?
they were improvs, but they were within some kind of confines, like, you know.
Yeah, like yeah, like we had a lot of more maybe with Emmanuel when we were, you know, we had the dialogues, everything, but sometimes we were proposing new stuff, proposing new energy, new dialogues sometimes, but yeah, I would say a little bit, but what do you say?
No, I
Un
would say
petit peu
that's true. I
d'infos.
mean, the thing is, because it was a very specific script, and like I said before, the tone was really important to get. So we couldn't really go so far away from the dialogue, and we couldn't really go completely free. But I wanted to make sure that the performances were really authentic and that it felt very instinctive. So we would set up the scene, the blocking, but then Noémie and Emmanuel would kind of really make it their own. And if they wanted to change something as they were acting, or change even not the dialogue necessarily, but change the rhythm that we had put in place, we kind of let it be. And I also made sure, I really wanted to make sure that Noémie, you had enough takes to express yourselves, so we could really try some things, because we would do sometimes 7, 8, 10 takes, and not because the performances were not good, but just because we're like, okay, we have this, but let's try and get the character a little bit further there. And so we're trying something.
Yeah, and we were trying to find different energies, different, and sometimes we had to get out of the road of the dialogues and everything to come back better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, because
Yeah.
it's a story about also two women's, I know that you were expecting me to say women's, so I say
Oh,
it.
yeah? No.
But no, I'm talking about the people because I made mistake all the time. I say women's
Women instead of women.
instead of women.
Yeah. I don't know if the film is going to go to Mexico yet, but we're going for South America as well. We're trying to get it out there. If you guys want to see the film in your country, make sure distributors know about it, or that, there's something going on in your country to bring the film to you guys, because we're trying to get it all over. It's just, sometimes it's not easy. You just have to make sure people want to see it, and like some people from the profession want to show it. So yeah, but hopefully, it'll do a big festival run once everything reopens, festivals and everything. We were supposed to go, to Russia, Turkey and everything with festivals with the film. So hopefully we'll go again, you know, um, the US as well, Canada, a lot of places. Um, so yeah, women's, I think you got a hit on me with your women's. Um, okay, guys. I think I'm really gonna have to release this living room. But I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for not spoiling anything. Uh, Everybody for interacting. This was fun. Really cool questions. And yeah, Noémie, do you want to say a little something before we end this live?
Uh, yeah, I don't want to end.
I know, right? This is
uh,
so cool. We're like having a conversation. I know. I'm like, but unfortunately, we're
no, but
confined.
I'm so alone. I'm so by myself. Yeah, someone was asking how is your confinement going? I don't really, I don't really like to be alone. I'm not used to be
Yeah.
completely alone for such a, but
Especially when you're an actress and you're on set all the time, or doing promotional tour, you're always surrounded, by either professionals or friends, or, like, we're not used to being, and
yeah,
I think about you guys
I
as well.
think it's
Like,
good at the end, but to be by, but it's such a yeah a terrible moment. I mean, for
yeah,
a lot of people. So,
exactly. And I think, especially being alone, you spend that much more time maybe looking at the news and seeing, and we all feel how horrible it is out there. And, and we're all out there at 8 p.m. clapping for the hospitals and, all these guys that are, putting their lives at risk and trying to save other people.
yeah,
And I think the more alone you are, the more you're looking at that, and also taking in the anxiety of that. So, you know, um, That's why it's cool to do live here and there, and it's also, you know, fun to call each other up. I hope you guys are also enjoying, you know, like Skyping or FaceTiming with people, you know, sharing recipes with people, or, you know, sharing yoga tricks. I don't know if you guys are doing yoga, you know, all of that. It's cool. It's all about sharing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so I think my producers want me to remind everybody that if you are in Belgium, Holland, or Luxembourg, you can see the film on VOD, but only right now, because as soon as confinement is over, we're taking it up and bringing it back to theaters.
Mm.
So yeah.
Well, thank
Noémie,
you.
tu dis
Huh?
encore un truc ou pas?
To go see this, if you can, to go this
Oh,
incredible, huh?
ouais, vas-y, vas-y. No,
If
I'm
you can,
listening.
to see this incredible movie that I'm really proud that I did with like actors that I really love, like Emmanuel. I don't know if she's watching us. I hope.
If she's watching, we're sending her love, and Sam Louis as well. I don't know if he's watching, but we're
Yeah,
sending him
and
love, and
Bastien
Bastien
Bouillon,
Bouillon, sending him love. You know, so yeah,
and yeah, and yeah, watch this movie as soon as you can, and I think we can uh, give positive energy to all the nurse and doctors and patients and
yeah,
people who are working now. Maybe it's good. And thank you to everybody.
yeah. And don't hesitate if you can help your neighbor, or even, you know, if you guys were supposed to go see a doctor and it's been canceled, maybe if you can't afford it, still pay it, because they're independents and they're going to need all the help to make sure they survive this crisis. You know, we're authors and artists and we're independents as well, and it's not an easy moment for anyone. So yeah, any solidarity, anything you can think of, or, you know, just trust your gut and go along with it. So cool.
Stay safe too.
Stay safe, stay home, and thank you for watching, everybody. And have a great night or day, depending on where you are in the world. Love
Bye.
you guys, and, you know,
You say bye, Gina.
enjoy the film if you haven't seen it. Bye, Gino. Ciao. Bye. Bye.